Hey, what's up guys, Marco here, welcome back to another finger picking lesson. Today I want to talk to you about chords. I'm going to show you 5 beautiful chords that you can play on fingerstyle guitar. Now the awesome thing about the finger picking technique is the fact that we can single out some of the notes of the chord. And so when we strum a chord, we brush all the strings. So we can't really do that, but with the finger picking technique we can decide which string to pluck, and so we can make the chord a little bit more interesting. Now the first chord we are learning is the E add 9 chord, then we're gonna have the A add 11 chord, the C sharp minor 9 chord, the E 9 sus 4 chord, and a beautiful A minor 9. For each chord I'm gonna play a chord progression so that you kind of hear the chord in a musical idea. Now guys, you can get the tab for everything that I play. Check my Patreon page, subscribe to this channel if you want to keep up with all the upcoming lessons. Now grab your guitar and let's learn these beautiful 5 chords. Alright, so let's get started. We are in standard tuning, by the way. And the first chord we are learning is the E add 9 chord. Now I'm playing the chord like this. It's a beautiful sounding chord. I'm playing the low E string, which is the root note, the G string fret number 11, which is the major 9, the B string fret number 9, which is the major 3rd, and the top E string open, which is another root note. Now I can play this chord with a very simple finger picking pattern and a bunch of chords around this position. This is the chord progression. Now it's a beautiful chord, as you can see. We can easily play other chords using the same shape. So the first chord is obviously an E add 9 chord. Then I'm gonna change the bass note, and when I do that, this chord is different. And so we're gonna play the low E string fret number 11, which is the note D sharp, and that will make the chord an E add 9 over D sharp. It's a beautiful chord and very simple to play. Then I'm gonna lower the bass again, and I'm gonna go down to fret number 10, which is the note D. And I'm playing this beautiful D add 9 with the 11th as well. And then an A major chord, which is gonna be played like this. So I'm playing this melody on the B string fret number 10, 9, 7, and 5. And then you can finish the melody on the fret 12. So here the idea is more of trying to keep the same chord shape, and this is obviously possible because we're playing in E major. It's pretty easy to do that. So beautiful chord progression with a very simple chord, the E add 9 chord, one of my favorite. Now the next chord is another beautiful chord, the A add 11 chord, which is played like this. Now this is just an awesome chord. You have the A string open, the G string fret number 6, which is obviously the major 3rd, the C sharp, and then you have the 11th right here on the B string fret number 3, and the top B string open, which is the perfect 5th. Now we can play this chord in this type of chord progression. So I'm still using a very simple finger picking pattern. I don't really bother too much about the right hand because the chords are so beautiful that you don't really need a lot of rhythm here. So the first chord is an A add 11. Now the second chord is a really interesting chord, and it's just an E add 11. Actually, this is an E sus4 because we're not playing the third. So just the low E string, the G string fret number 2, the B and the top E string open, and then we lower the fret 2 to the fret number 1. We're playing a G sharp, which is an E major chord. Next chord, one of my favorite, an F sharp minor chord. Now with this chord we're also playing the odd 11. So it's the low E string fret number 2, the G string fret number 2, B string open, and the top E string open. So it's a F sharp minor 7 odd 11. And then a beautiful and simple D major odd 9. This is the only time when I changed the finger picking pattern, just to make it a little bit different and conclusive. So that's it, pretty simple. Now the next chord is another one of my favorite chords. It's a beautiful C sharp minor 9. And I'm playing the low E string fret number 9, which is the root note, the D string fret number 9, which is the minor 7. I'm playing the G string fret number 8, which is the D sharp, the major 9, the B string open, which is the minor 7, and the top E string open, which is the minor 3rd. It's kind of similar to this one, it's kind of different though. Now we're gonna treat this chord not as the first degree, we're gonna kind of play like this. Now I'm not treating this chord as the first degree, so I'm not thinking that I'm in C sharp minor key. This is actually the 4th degree of the G sharp minor key. So I'm playing the first chord, very simple finger picking pattern, then I'm gonna slide this chord from fret 9 to fret 4. So I have 4, 4, 3 open, and the top E string fret number 4. Now this is a beautiful G sharp minor chord. And the awesome thing about this chord is the fact that it's the 1st degree. So we are actually playing in the G sharp minor. So then I'm gonna play an E major, E sharp 11, low E string open, the D string fret number 2, which are both E's, the G string fret number 3, which is A sharp, which is the sharp 11, and the B string open, which is the 5th, and a beautiful F sharp major chord, which is low E string fret number 2, the D string fret number 4, the G string fret number 3, and the B string open. Really dreamy chord. And the last chord, the G sharp. So really this C sharp minor is just an awesome chord, and it can be used in many different ways. This is just one example. So take it step by step. The chords can be stretchy at some point here. So good luck with that. Now the next chord is a beautiful E9 sus4, one of my favorite. It's very simple to play, just one bar chord, low E string open, and then fret 7, 7, 7, 7 on the A, D, G, and B string. I'm playing the root note, the 4th, the minor 7, and the major 9. So it's kind of a really extended chord. It's a dominant chord, so I can use it like this. So I'm playing an E major 7 chord, 7, 9, 8, 9. The E9 starts 4, an A major 7, which is open, 6, 5, and 4. Beautiful sounding chord. And an E minor 9, which is played, E minor add 9, sorry, which is the A string open, the G string fret number 5, and then open, open. So if you add a little bit of rhythm, simple and beautiful. That's it. Now the last chord is A minor 9, which is again one of my favorites. It's pretty stretchy on the left hand. You have the low E string open, the D string fret number 2, the G string fret number 4, the B string fret number 1, and the top E string fret number 3. Root note, 5th, major 9, minor 3rd, and minor 7. Now the awesome thing about this chord is that just like the E add 9, we can kind of use the same chord shape to really play the same chord and just change the bass note. So now this is a very simple approach. It's extremely stretchy on the left hand. So I'm only playing the top 3 strings of the chord. So 4, 1, and 3. So I'm playing. Then I will change the bass note and play the D string fret number 3, which is an F. Then I'm gonna go on the A string fret number 3, which is a C. And then back. Keep going down on the low E string for number 3, which is a G. Now you need a doctor after you play this one for a while, so really take it step by step. It's extremely stretchy, but it's a beautiful, beautiful chord. And so with this one we kind of have 5 different chords that we can use in many different ways. So make sure that you learn the chords that I was playing in this video and then come up with your ideas. Let me know if you like this lesson. See you next time.